I wanted to finish this review with a quote, but before I do, I want to talk about how I got the quote off the Wikipedia, just so everybody understands how easy it can be at times to gather information. Don't depend on one source, of course, like Alex does, and don't just get the summary either, but study. Otherwise you'll end up interrogating someone who you believe to be Satan, as opposed to interviewing them. We can easily understand how Mr. Jones acquired his garbage information on Judeo-Krishnamurti within 5 minutes and about 6 clicks of the mouse. But if he would have stepped even 2 feet from his enraged hurt and fear-filled ego, he would have quickly come to an understanding that Krishnamurti was just as much against the establishment, labels and categories that only divide and bring people further away from the truth, as Jesus was. He would have learned that Krishnamurti denounced the Philosophic Society a long time ago. Krishnamurti was like a bright lighthouse to the dark unknown of our oceanic consciousness. In India, with its long tradition of wandering holy men, hermits, and independent religious teachers, Krishnamurti attracted the attention and occasionally the unwanted admiration of large numbers of people in public lectures and personal interviews. He was and is presently considered a great teacher by diverse religious teachers, such as respected mystic Ramana Maharshi, as well as figures more well known to the West, such as Osho. Although Krishnamurti had a special tenderness for the true sannyasi, or Buddhist monk, his criticism of the rituals, disciplines, and practices was devastating. Because of his ideas in his era, Krishnamurti has come to be seen as exemplar of those spiritual teachers who disavow formal rituals and dogma. His conception of truth as a pathless land, with the possibility of immediate liberation, is mirrored in teachings as diverse as those of Bruce Lee, Barry Long, and the Dalai Lama. Krishnamurti was friends with and influenced the works of mythologists Joseph Campbell, artist Beatrice Wood, and author Alan Watts. Authors Eckhart Tolle and Deepak Chopra were also profoundly influenced by Krishnamurti. Writer-philosopher Iris Murdoch also met with Krishnamurti, while Live's album Mental Jewelry is influenced by Krishnamurti's ideas. He said, "I maintain that truth is a pathless land, and you cannot approach it by any path whatsoever, by any religion, by any sect. That is my viewpoint, and I adhere to that absolutely and unconditionally. Truth being limitless, unconditioned, unapproachable by any path whatsoever, cannot be organized, nor should any organization be formed to lead people along a particular path. This is no magnificent deed, because I do not want followers. And I mean this. The moment you follow someone, you cease to follow truth. I am not concerned whether you pay attention to what I say or not. I want to do a certain thing in the world, and I am going to do this with unwavering concentration. I am concerning myself with only one essential thing: to set man free. I desire to free him from all cages, from all fears, and not to found religions, new sects, nor establish new theories and new philosophies." According to Krishnamurti, many problems in the world such as poverty, war, the nuclear threat, and unfortunate circumstances have their roots in our thinking. In his view, as we live and behave according to our thinking, so wars and governments are also a result of our thinking. We each have our own particular beliefs, conclusions, and experiences to which we cling, thereby isolating ourselves from others. Self-centered activity is expressed outwardly as nationalism and religious intolerance, creating a world divided in which we are willing to kill for the sake of belief. Understanding our relationship with the world crisis is necessary to understand ourselves. Buddha said, we are the sum of our thoughts. This is quite comparable. Along with the influence of our thinking on the world and the way society functions, there is also a reciprocal influence from society on our thinking. This mainly manifests itself as the process of our adapting to society. Independent thinking becomes almost impossible when one feels forced to adapt to society. But as such thinking is necessary for intelligence to operate, the impasse creates a problem. I'd like to share 2 of my favorite quotes that I think are deeply associated with the topic at hand. One is, "True knowledge is to know the extent of one's own ignorance." And the second one is, "Truth is a sword that cuts in all directions. It is a mind that is unprejudiced by religion, philosophy, and cultural conditioning. It is going naked into the stars."